Hi guys, and you're very welcome back to another episode of Dangerous Talk with me, Digidos Gaming, and co-hosting with me tonight is SP Cartel 99. How's it going, Cartel?
Yeah, hi guys. How we doing, all right?
Everyone is doing absolutely fine, and absent today is Spider, who may or may not jump in at a later point during the cast, but not to worry, we will try to fill his shoes as best we can with news on bases and whatnot. But we do have some news here and there, so this is more of an action-packed episode, shall we say, because there's things we were trying to get around to and things that we didn't, and we've been put off week by week. Well, there's a lack of news, that's the main thing. But we are back, and we have a lot to do. You might notice on my screen, I'm not actually in Elite Dangerous today. I'm actually in Share Factory on the PS4. I'm trying to get my laptop hooked into the PS4. Long story short, it's not working yet. I thought I'd go from Share Factory, because there are a few things I wanted to share with everyone. One being one of our viewers, Bacon. He dropped us in a cool video that I wanted to play. We have another video by another viewer, and finally, towards the end of the livecast, because so many people have been apparently missing my presence and asking what I've been up to, so I wanted to show you guys what it is I've been up to and why I've been offline. So I'm gonna debut the first 5 minutes of the Thargoid, which is something I am currently working on, which is taking an awful lot of time. What have you been at, Cartel?
Well, as most people know, I started the Distant Friends expedition.
That's right.
Made it to Colonia last week.
Hoorah!
Twice.
Twice? What do you mean twice?
Yeah, I made it twice. Well, I crashed the first time, then I blew up. Which is embarrassing.
But it happens to all of us.
Yeah, so I respawned back in Eagle Nebula. Eventually got to Colonia without dying. Now I left the bubble, left Colonia, and now I'm in open space, heading to Beacon Point.
Nice. So, yeah, you see, we flip stories, dude. When we started Livecast 1, I was the one jumping and honking with I had absolutely nothing to discuss in terms of my, my doings on... Oh, hey Dylan, welcome to the stream, buddy. I had nothing to discuss in terms of my viewings and whatnot. And now, it's actually you. I have some things to talk about, which I'm quite happy to say. Have you discovered anything cool out there?
Just a few water worlds, and I think I've got 3 airflight worlds at the moment. So, it's going pretty well.
I used to love discovering those, especially when I discovered... do you know the binary, well, I'm going to say binary, the 2 water worlds orbiting each other kind of formation?
Yeah.
I got some amazing footage and pictures from those. Those things are just fantastic. I'm just updating the tags on the stream here, guys. But yeah, so how is everyone else? So if that's what you've been up to, I've been A-rating my Anaconda, and God, it is expensive. It is so expensive to A-rate an Anaconda, I kid you not. Thankfully, there's this passenger missions I'm doing, which are yielding. I'm not taking the piss out of it, but I'll do the odd passenger mission here and there to clock in maybe 200 million. Go back, buy some modules, go farming for the engineers. God, I hate farming for engineers, but still, it's good to be back and it's good to be doing it. Oh man, but my focus, I guess, over the last week has been, if you've seen me in the game, guys, and I've been quiet, I haven't been on party chat or whatever, it's because I've actually been remote playing, and I've been capturing footage that I wanted to do for this Thargoids project that, as I said, I'll be debuting a little later in the stream. Whew, that's quite a mouthful, man. You kind of run out of breath. Alrighty.
Yeah, I noticed you haven't been talking much this evening. Thought it might have upset you or something.
What? Not at all. I'm just putting your stream up in front of me now so I can see anyone who might...
Yeah, I've got both. I've said hi to Dylan in your channel.
Yeah, Dylan. I've got the chat up on screen today, so I hopefully won't miss too much. My apologies in advance, guys, if I don't address your questions or if I don't address the comments straight away. If I'm in one breath talking, I tend to exhaust the breath and say hi when I'm trying to gain more breath, if that makes any sense. Which I hope it does. So we have a lot going on. What's actually happened since we were last on, which is what, 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago we did episode 2 of this. And, you know, as you might think, you know, the world of Elite Dangerous is not one that's full of news. It's not. It's a slow-moving game. But at the same time, out of nowhere, about 2 weeks ago, and I know this is old news now, but bam, a new type of fighter appears in the game. Yeah, that's absolutely crazy the way it just appeared.
I'll put it on Galnet on the screen so people can see it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's quite handy. Yeah, it's absolutely nuts that it just appeared out of nowhere. It's the, I think it's the AX fighter. And what's beautiful...
Yeah, the Taipan or something.
That's it. Yeah.
Taipan AX1 announced.
Yes! Taipan, that's the one. And what's beautiful about this, is it's geared more towards Thargoid combat, because we were having issues in the game. That I know weapons were developed, missile racks and whatnot to fight the Thargoids, and then over the week it seemed that the Thargoids were adapting to this technology. So those people who didn't get out there right at the start and engage the Thargoid, people like me, well, we were kind of left reading that, hey, this crap isn't going to work as effectively anymore. But then this new fighter comes out of nowhere, I guess out of the research labs, and boom, we're away again. However, on the flip side of the fighter, it also is apparently extremely effective against other commanders in PvP. This is something I actually picked up following Obsidian Ant when he made the discovery. I don't say he originally made the discovery, but when he was discussing it all. And it seems it may actually be a bug. There may be a bug in the new fighter where the DPS has not properly been calibrated towards commanders versus Thargoid. So until we know if it is a bug or not, and if it's a bug until it's patched, I mean, have at it. Have some fun. Apparently, this thing is crazy. We're talking... Hang on, I had it up here. Was it 55 DPS? Shredding through shields and hull. 55 doesn't sound so much, but under a sustained bombardment of a ship that size, sticking with your blind spots, ooh. And I'm thinking blind spots personally being in an Anaconda. I've got lots of them. That thing's bloody crazy.
Yeah, because it's fitted with 2 X1 multi-cannons, isn't it? Special guns.
Oh my god, it is. That thing is crazy.
Have you actually seen one, man? Have you flown?
I haven't seen one live. I've seen them on YouTube clips only. I haven't actually seen one in the game yet.
I haven't seen one either.
I want to go find one. There's a few different coordinates I can check out. But I really, really, really want to see one. And, of course, looking up news items to discuss in the livecast, what did we discover today? Being Black Friday? But the midnight paint jobs. The midnight paint jobs, guys. If you have not gone onto your store and checked out the midnight paint jobs, I suggest you do so. I think they're around for about 4 days, 3 to 4 days. And they're just midnight black. They're so damn beautiful. And I guess if you're in a Sidewinder and you like trolling commanders at space docks and whatnot, like someone on Reddit does, this is for you. You're like sitting there virtually stealth until you pounce. It's but no, they're quite beautiful. As soon as I heard and I got home, I popped in the old credit card details and picked up 5 different skins. One for the buggy as well. The SRV, isn't it? Yeah, I picked up that one as well. That is crazy. I love that these things just appear magically like that. And I like that. I would have been so outraged if I'd found out after this had happened. I'd be like, damn it, I missed out on an exclusive skin. And that tells you what kind of person I am. That I actually make a big deal out of things like this. But with most games, it wouldn't bother me. But because it's Elite Dangerous and it's a developer I like to support, you know, you throw something like that at me and I like it, I'm going to pay for it because I want to support you. Whereas in other games, I might think, ooh, a color, interesting. But for this, it's like best of both worlds.
Yeah, but most games to get support, they do these care packages you can buy, which is wrong.
Oh.
At least this game is just skins. So if you want to buy, you buy it. You're not going to gain anything from buying it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Just
Richard.
visually.
Hey, Richard, and welcome to the stream. What you're going on about now, Cartel, we're touching on, dare we do it, Star Wars Land, Star Wars Battlefront 2. And it's something Spider had brought up as well regarding the way that games are starting to approach this. It's, if anyone's ever seen the older, well, if anyone's been watching or rewatching this, has been with me, say, a year ago when I was streaming, I did a lot of segments in a podcast we were doing about mobile gaming. And yeah, it's pretty much rampant on mobile gaming that it's pay to win, all right? And that some people will do it free and some won't, but the kind of money that you have to drop on pay to win is phenomenal. It's not like, okay, drop €20 here, €30 there. When you start off in a game, you might get that feeling, but as time ultimately passes, you're dumping hundreds and hundreds, and some people thousands of dollars. You know, I think if someone drops 30, 40, 50, I mean, what's Elite Dangerous worth? What, €35? Versus 60, 70, 80, $90 packs on mobile gaming? And this translated over to Star Wars Battlefront 2, where they were expecting people to pay for the chance of rolling a character. Not even getting the character, but the chance, which brings it from DLC purchasing into what Spider was saying, more gambling territory, really, if you think about it.
Yeah, well, there's been a release today. The Belgian government are contacting the European Commission. They said it is gambling because you don't know what you're going to get. And they are trying to ban it in Europe.
And I really hope it is banned, because I'll say one thing about gambling. If I gamble and win, I come out with something more, right? As in, financially. Whereas if I spend €100, pounds, dollars on a pack, and I roll, and of all the rolls I get that one character I wanted, I've not really gained anything. You know what I mean? I've gained the digital rights to something for a game I may not play later on. It's even worse than gambling, because there's no point. And yet they just it upset me what they tried to do with Star Wars Battlefront 2, and their then reaction to the outcry. This is Dangerous Talk, an elite podcast on all things Elite Dangerous, and I'm talking about Star Wars. Yeah, but what they tried to do, they're like, oh, we're totally going to remove the pay-to-win model at launch. And they're reserving the right to re-engage it at a future date, meaning they're waiting until everyone buys the damn game and they've lined their pockets, and then then they'll re-enable it when an outcry doesn't matter, and hope that we've all forgotten before Star Wars 3 comes out. I'll tell you one thing, I'm not buying that game. Whew, sorry, rant over.
No, but at least with Elite, all the stuff you can buy is just visual.
Yeah, it doesn't affect the gameplay in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
It's just, hey, here's some things that you might find nice, and if you do, buy them. And if you don't, your experience will not change in the slightest, and you'll have just as much fun as everyone else. And in fact, on consoles, they've made the store so damn clunky anyway. I think it doesn't encourage people to make the purchases. Oh, man. Things like that just get to me.
So what's next on the agenda, mate?
It's a very good question. I wanted to discuss a rumor really quick, actually. This was a pretty hot topic on Reddit. There's a rumor that if you went to Hutton Orbital, there's a free anaconda.
You get and a free mug.
Yeah. And I read that today during research, and I was like, what? And so I read into it, and apparently that's something that's going around. And people are making the trip to Hutton Orbital to pick up their free anaconda. And they're pretty disappointed to learn that there's no free anaconda. In fact, I don't even think the station supports large ships. I don't even think you can doctor with a large ship. Never mind leave with an anaconda. I just found that both interesting and humorous. And it's actually tagged as humorous.
Well, there's a bit of fun in the community, and it say, "Oh, go there, get a," just to make people do that. What is it? An hour super cruise together, or whatever it is.
Yes, it is.
Did you go and find one? Did you?
No, but
Did you go to get your anaconda?
I have an anaconda, so no. I thought it was interesting though. But on that thread, when I dug in deeper, there was also a mention about you get special cups out there, and that got me thinking back to. Yeah, that got me thinking back to when Spider was telling me, "Oh, you totally got to go here and get the mug." And I was like, oh, really, Spider, huh? Because I'd forgotten, but that was a trip I meant to take at some point. And, yeah, thanks, Spider.
Yeah,
Oh,
I haven't been to Hutton Orbital yet either. So.
neither have I. Um,
Agatha, am I there yet? No, I'm not there yet, my friend. I have
oh,
about 700 jumps to go.
fair enough.
Yeah, we now have Agatha in the stream,
Hey, Agatha.
Lamola, and Memate.
Hey, guys,
So
welcome
welcome.
to the Livecast.
And yes, I'm jumping while we're casting, so just ignore me.
And I'm not. And just because we mentioned Spider real quick, the last time we livecast, Spider had gotten very lucky with a bit of random jumping and a lot of filtering on the map. He discovered 4 INRA bases. Now, he wasn't claiming to be the first to discover them, but he discovered them through his own merit, i.e. without reading Reddit or anything like that. He reckons he might be one of the first, or at least one in the top 50 to discover them. Well, since then, I think in the last 24 hours, a new INRA base has been discovered at HIP 120991A. And apparently, if you go there, there are some more audio recordings. Now, I say this because I've never been to one yet, so I haven't heard the audio recordings myself. I've heard them played through other YouTubers. I haven't had the privilege of kind of parking up and doing that yet, and I'm holding off doing that until a little later. I have some ideas for it as well. But so yeah, there's a new INRA base on the map, and again, this is another aspect of Elite Dangerous that I love. That other games might introduce a small bit of content like that and put their media marketing machines behind it, and oh, look at what we've done, it's great, new piece of content, whatever. Elite Dangerous just lets this stuff pop up, lets it be discovered naturally, and it just becomes part of the flow. It's fantastic that stuff like this just keeps appearing, and this story that's not really a story yet, but something that is unraveling, and we're all kind of, and by when I say we all, I'm not including me. I'm not a part of that yet, but the community as a whole is unraveling and figuring that out. I love that. I think it's fantastic. That's all I'm going to say on that.
Yeah, because isn't the current CG for the Aegis, which is the government thing against the Targos?
Yeah, that's the one. That is the one.
Okay.
Speaking on that as well, on top of that, there's also a new unregistered comms beacon in HIP 8887, which apparently if you kind of drop out of Super Cruise, you can get really, really close to it using your external cameras. And I'm not sure of the timing exactly, but it does a broadcast that you can pick up. There's theories that it's every 30 minutes, but you have to kind of watch the clock, and you can quickly pick up a transmission from that as well, which I also thought that was pretty cool. And something I do intend on checking out later next week. I want to get into this. I want to get into the hunting aspect of the game now. I want to get into hopefully being the first to find something and being able to put my name to something on a Reddit thread and say, I found this. You're welcome. That's something I would love to be able to do. Let me just switch over to your
Yeah, that'd
stream.
be quite cool.
It would be awesome. Oh, I'm looking at your stream there now. Okay. 29,000 light years to go. Now, you say you have 29,000 light years to go to Beagle. Is it?
Beagle.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay. And Beagle was 65,000 from the starting point, so you were making fantastic progress.
Well, I just keep plodding on. Keep jumping and honking and jumping and honking.
But at that rate, you're going to be there before December.
Yes, I want to be there by next Friday.
Why?
That's my goal.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to come to the bubble and play with you.
Hang on. Oh, your new account?
Yeah, I got a second account I'll bring online. I'll be in a Sidewinder, but I'll come play with you.
Ah, there we go. That's something for me to look forward to. Oh, you'll have to buy skins for that account as well then, won't you?
Yeah, I will do that.
Well, there you go. Oh wow, we got a hi and a bye. Well, welcome to the channel. Thanks for dropping by, and we'll catch you next time. Alright, so, hang on. Oh, just sorry guys, if you're looking at my screen, I know I'm in share play, but I wanted to jump
It
forward.
looks like a Doctor Who thing. You can see a TARDIS jump there or something.
That's it. So I wanted to show you this real quick. So this is quite cool. I'm just trying to find the history behind it real quick. Sorry. All this stuff was submitted to me like 3 weeks ago. Okay, it was Rick. Rick sent this in. And so this is a station that was built 30 years ago. 30 years ago out of TIG welding wire. So look at this.
Yep.
How cool is that?
That's cool. Well, isn't that what the game was like? It was just lines from it. It wasn't like graphics.
Pretty much. Yeah, so it's a brilliant build in that sense.
Well, that's cool.
I just love it. I thought that was fantastic. But oh, skins are nice, paint jobs for ships, Plamola. Yeah, I absolutely love the skins. Once I jumped in today and I seen they were on sale, I thought, oh, I'm going to have me some of those. And yeah, so I picked up 5. Cube thingy, says Agatha. Yeah, well, yeah, those are the space stations you find that are spinning. Let me just go back to it again. That we tend to dock in. We go in one of the doors. So it's a beautiful recreation of that. Absolutely fantastic. But there's something that we promised that we would show as well from one of our commanders, Commander Bacon. I call him Bacon now. What's the first part of his tag?
Biologist.
Ah, that's it. Biologist Bacon. I want to jump to that.
Yeah, we all call him Bacon.
So he sent us in a clip because we were streaming at one point, and so I have it up there now. We were streaming at one point, and as we were streaming, he was AFC or AFK keyboard or controller, I'm not sure what he uses, and so he was in open, and someone attacked him and destroyed him, and he had to go and get his rebuy. So, being the kind of person that Bacon is, he thought, no. So it was time to go out for revenge. So we said, hey, you know, kind of capture that footage and send it to us. We'd love to have a look at it. And so he did, and he actually put a few subtitles in there as well and said hi and kind of walks us through what he's doing. So I'm just going to play that really quick and we can kind of follow along because we said we would, and it is an absolutely fantastic clip. And afterwards you'll be able to actually find this on his channel, which I'll link to in the description as well. Let's have a look at this. Alright, so hey there, you're just in time for the revenge of someone who just pirated my Type 7, says Bacon. So I think he's kind of having a look around. By the way, this is absolutely cool. Guys, if anyone watching... oh, there's Dylan, I've been waiting to see this. If anyone watching comes across any situations like this and you capture it and you want to send it in, I'm happy to throw it up on screen. So yeah, the video is about 3 minutes.
And for those on my stream, you're just watching me jumping honk.
Honk. Right, so he's interdicted. He's AFK, and he's taking a lot of damage here. It's very sad. Okay, he's back, and he realizes that the assault has taken place. At this point, his shields are nearly down. And he's making good use of flight assist, which is something I need to train myself to do. I'm only starting to mess around with the concept now. So they turned, and straight away he knocked out the Type 7. Or sorry, straight away he knocked out the shields. Yeah. And the guy's made a run for it. He's had a look at the wake, and he's seen that it's low wake. So he's like, okay, cool. And he's going after him. Fair play to you, Bacon. He's not giving up. Meanwhile, he's got full power into shields. He's getting those up as fast as he can. And he's delightfully fast-forwarded this for us, so we don't have to follow along too quick. He's got his interdictor ready. He's out of range. I'm guessing this guy has no idea what's about to happen to him. Here we go. Interdiction. And Dylan says, I have you now. He's all over the place here. Go on. And I should say, because this goes out as an audio podcast as well, in the podcast description there's a link to this video on Dylan's channel, so you can watch it as you're listening or not. But yeah, it's I love watching combat on Elite Dangerous player versus player. It's absolutely fantastic. When not two players going into a PvP arena or anything, just mishaps like this that happen. When someone tries to pirate you and you try to turn it back on them. So Dylan's got one ring of shields here now, and the aggressor's down to 11% hull. Trying to reacquire his target because he's lost him. We have him. And he's making a run. Yeah, I'm sorry, Dylan. I realised that as I was saying it. It's Bacon. I keep saying Dylan's channel. My bad. Bacon's channel. Thank you for the correction, buddy. It didn't sound right in my head. Oh, fantastic ending. And the quote that I love. Enjoy the rebuy. I love that. I got it. I watched it. And I wanted to show it, guys. And, come on. That's absolutely fantastic, no? You gotta love that guy. Got to love that guy. I can't really think of much else. Sorry, I'm just go back here real quick. There was one or two. Sorry, I'm just checking your channel, Cartel.
That's okay, mate. Okay. We're just telling Agatha about the skins for the ships and extras she can buy.
Extra she can buy. Is Agatha on the game?
She's on about getting it.
Ooh.
So,
Yes, if you're one of those people who is on the fence about whether or not to pick up Elite Dangerous, you're probably not one of those people in the podcast anyway, because you wouldn't be listening to an Elite Dangerous podcast if you were on the fence. But anyway, nonetheless, you should totally check out our streams. You find mine at DigiDoes Gaming and Cartel's at SBCartel99. Jump in, say hi, see what we're up to, see if you like the game. Dylan says, this is amazing, referring to the video. Later, I'll like his vid and favorite the vid. Well, nice one. That's really, really cool.
Then.
I agree. I absolutely loved it. Oh, man. Hang on. And there was one more. I said I'd debut. We can get back to it. This is
Gabriel.
No, but we actually must talk about Gabriel as well. So we're going to do story time.
Well, he's at Beagle Point, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's got nothing to do. He's on Gabriel's on Star Trek right now because he's got he's got nothing else to do while he's waiting for all you guys. But yeah, we wanted to get him on maybe next week or the week after for story time. He was going to tell us a pretty cool story, but he wasn't going to do it until Cartel got 300 subs, and Cartel's certainly past that point now. So we can get him on, and hopefully we'll have Spider on for that as well. But I quickly wanted to show you guys what I've been up to, and so I said I might as well show it off here in the live cast. It's just the first 5 minutes. I'm 16 minutes in to what I'm hoping is a 30-minute thing that I'm doing, built on Elite Dangerous. It's a series called The Thargoids. Again, if you're on the podcast, I'll have a link for that as well when it goes live. So this is the third thing, that I'm showing in the live cast. Share Factory is very, very good for this. So it kind of gives you an idea as to where I'm going with all of this. I'm just going to go silent there for a second and play it. Commander's log. Stardate today. After what feels like weeks of random jumps from system to system to avoid any actual official orders arriving, thus having to actually work, Admiral Vincent has somehow managed to locate the Doniger during one of our refuels and has made contact.
And with increasing whispers about the so-called Thargoids and their capabilities, I cannot stress to you the importance of this. Understood?
Absolutely, sir. I'll get right on that.
See that you do. Vincent out.
Plotting course and engaging all systems as per the Admiral's orders, Commander Digi.
Okay, sure, whatever. Hang on, what? Where?
Setting course and spinning up FSD. Towards the Pleiades sector, of course.
Pleiades? Why do I know that name?
Perhaps it seems familiar, as the Admiral discussed the sector with you not 2 minutes ago.
In fairness, you know I drift off every time he talks. What did he want this time?
The Admiral ordered us to the Pleiades sector. Footage is currently being shared on the Book of Faces of a suspicious crash site.
What's the source of the video? What makes it so suspicious exactly? I mean, we're coming across multiple crash sites on an hourly basis. I mean, seriously, they're everywhere. I'm surprised anyone bats an eye at them anymore.
Yes, but in this case...
I mean, remember the other day when we landed on, what's it called? There was like seven bloody crashed ships. One after the other after the other. Was there any arsenic to be found? Oh, nope. Nope. Not the one. But crashed ships, very plentiful supply. None with any damn arsenic, though. Damn shame.
Our arsenic problem aside, Commander, this crash site may be somewhat different in nature to those we have continued to come across in previous days.
So this one has some arsenic on board then?
Negative. Well, perhaps. Unknown at this time. The crash site might be considered somewhat different due to the nature of the craft itself. I have located and analyzed the footage and can confirm that the design matches no known craft in any database. It is highly possible that the crash site is that of a Thargoid ship.
And they're sending us? Are you kidding me? Us? Seriously? To the Pleiades sector? To a goddamn alien crash site? Us? Seriously?
The Admiral did state we were not exactly his first choice, but we are, unfortunately, the closest ship to the site, and time is of the essence. We are to essentially locate the crash site, determine the origin of the ship, and, if alien in origin, to secure the site and stand by for further instructions.
Black box. I am not one bit happy about all of it.
Incoming call, SB Cartel 99.
Put it through.
A reminder, Commander, that the nature of our mission is classified at level Yellow Daffodil.
Yeah. Put him through. Hey, Cartel buddy, what's up, man? Still on the trip? How many jumps?
Cartel here. We're going to continue our journey to Colonia. We have 125 jumps to go, I think.
Wow. Well, that certainly beats what they have me doing, buddy. Heading to the goddamn Pleiades.
Classified.
Pleiades system to scan for systems yet unexplored. They don't want me to explore them, mind you. Just to report back on what is not explored. I mean, how the hell does one even do that?
Welcome to the party, man. No, so we'll load this in and see how many more jumps. The shortest 125 or so. So I should get there by Saturday. That's my plan. Then I'll stay in Colonia Saturday and Sunday. And then I'll leave Monday night for Beagle. Yeah, 125. There we go. Damage shouldn't be too bad either. Yeah, I'm okay.
Seriously? That's what they have you doing? And how far are you from your starting point?
Well, that's 20,000 light years from where I started.
Holy crap, that's gotta be painful.
So it took forever to get to Colonia. I was sick at the end, mate. But at least this time it's like, oh, it's not too bad. I could do 150 jumps. So tonight, I've got an hour, so I'm going to try and get below 100. Then I'll do half of that tomorrow night. And then Saturday I'll be on and off all day and all night. And then chill out in Colonia Sunday. And at least that will give me a day to plan my next target. And then Monday evening I'll wave goodbye again and I'll head out into the black again. Good thing is I don't want to get the Beagle too early, because if I get the Beagle too early, then I'll have nothing to do. So.
Nothing to do. Man, that's the dream. Any good curries out that way?
No, the curries you get in the takeaways are not proper curries, because they're all British made and they're made for the British public. They're not authentic, if you know what I mean. But I would like a proper, authentic Indian curry.
I hear you, mate. Listen, great catching up, buddy. But I have this mission I have to get done, so catch up with you a little later, yeah?
Remember, stay safe in the black.
Cool. Digi out.
So yeah, that's kind of like and yeah, you guys are right, the sound quality is pretty low on Share Factory because it wasn't built in Share Factory, and I messed around a little prior to it, but I couldn't really get it going any better. When it goes live, it will of course have proper sound behind it. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to. That's the first 5 minutes of what I'm hoping is a 25 to 30 minute story that I'm going to build on kind of the premise of the Donagers mission through Thargoid space and la-da-da-da-da, and we're going to take out some Thargoids and stuff. Agatha's looking to make sure her invisibility cloak is still covering the cat tree in the ship. Well, yeah, sure. It sounds good. But yeah, that was Cartel's cameo that I was telling him about.
I couldn't hear it, man, because I got my game through my headphones.
I had to go
So
and
I'll
search
catch you
everywhere for a
in the
picture for you.
podcast soon.
Oh yeah, by all means. Won't worry about it. The sound quality will be much better when it goes live, but it'll be
Oh, cool.
it'll be fun. This definitely is good though, Digi. Well, thank you, Dylan, man. Yeah, I'm hoping it's very, very time consuming, but I'm learning as I go. I have processes written out and I have maps written out as to where this whole thing is going. It's just going to be called Elite Dangerous, the Thargoids. It's the whole Thargoids thing. And we'll have fun with that. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you giving me a camera.
I'm going to do lots of cameos of everyone. There needs to be
Everyone you know.
yeah, I mean, the whole premise of what I'm trying to do is it's a story inside Elite Dangerous about Elite Dangerous, but from a player perspective. So as a player, we chat with other players, we muck and we mess around, and so on and so forth. So that's kind of the premise of what's happening there as well. So kind of get party chats going, side-to-side chats going, etc., etc. But yeah.
Sounds awesome, man. Look forward to that.
Indeed. Thank you. It should be great. I actually want to play some Elite Dangerous as well. Yeah, like aerating the Anaconda is nuts, man. I know everyone said the power plant costs more than the ship, but I really, really thought that was an exaggeration until I went to buy my power plant. And you know what? It costs more than the ship. And then the shields and... Oh, I don't know. I give up. I absolutely give up. But that's... I wanted to show that video as well so people understand why I'm not on streaming and whatnot, or why I haven't been, but I'm hoping to get back into streaming again next week. I just don't know what to do in Elite Dangerous. I'm trying to figure out, I mean, there's so many ways to go at this point. Do I want to take part in the next community goal? Do I want to start doing passenger mission runs again to that godforsaken place that's like 30 to 40 minutes, but really good payout? Something I wanted to talk about as well, actually, with those passenger missions, for those of you doing them, is I had an issue when I arrived to start those passenger missions, because you have to rank up. To make it more effective, you have to rank up with the factions. And true taking the wrong passenger at the wrong time on a return trip to kind of squeeze out as much money as I could, I became wanted with a 7-day bounty, which I think is ridiculous. So every time I tried to edge back into that station, I'd end up being scanned. Although I was silent running, I'd get caught anyway, and I'd have to jump out. So I needed to find an alternative to make some money, because I was trying to buy shields. And so I started looking around YouTube, and I found someone who doesn't do it the way everyone else does it. So what we're all doing is we're going to I don't know where, I don't know if Elite Dangerous open, but we're going to the place where you pick up the missions. If you're doing passenger missions, you know what I'm talking about. We're picking them up when we have our rank and we're going along. Now, when you're sitting there board hopping, it can take quite the while. Sorry, Dylan says, 7-day bounty, better just stay offline. Is it though? So you board hop and it takes an awful long time to fill the damn ship. But what one commander discovered is that the algorithms, well, he theorized that the algorithms that Elite Dangerous are using, if you come across, say, a passenger mission that from one passenger mission giver, they're only, say, offering to bring 3 people, right? If you flip the boards, that passenger giver mission person thing will most likely be the one to give you another type of mission to that same location, right? And you flip again, it'll still be there. Once you take it, though, that person is less likely to give you one, and the odds go up that you'll get one again, and therefore flipping takes longer. Now, what you guys are thinking is, well, Digi, we know that. We keep flipping until we get a big one. Sure. But then what happens? So, instead, what you do when you're in that station, you take as many as you can, right? Board flip 2 or 3 times, go to the next station there, then go to the next station. Then there's planetary stations, planetary bases. Then when you're done, pick a system, pick a system really, really close to you, jump there, and there's a likelihood that their passenger missions go to the same place as well. Fill up on those. jump to another location nearby and bookmark these, by the way, so you can come back to them. And instead of sitting there board hopping for 10, 15, 20, sometimes 30 minutes it was taking me, I just flip the board 2 or 3 times to make sure, go to the next station, fill up, do it again, then a jump system. Fill up, board flip, etc., do it again. And within 15 minutes, I'm full. I haven't had to sit there board hopping. I much rather actually moving around. And I'm on my way. My mate says you can still Sidewinder Suicide. Is that in Quince? I haven't tried that for a while. I did that towards the end, Sidewinder Suicide. That was quite fun. You never got around to doing that, Cartel, did you? Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, I did. I did that in Colonia to get back to the bubble.
Oh, no, but I mean in order to make money.
No, I didn't do it to make money.
Ah, so when you come on your second account, maybe we can take you to Quince. If Quince is where my mate's talking about, so you could build up a bit of money really quickly and get your second account sorted until your first account goes live. And that's something we could do. Maybe. Does anyone else know?
That sounds awesome idea.
I think so. Anyone else know of any good money-making places? Those are the only 2 for now. And I'm not out to exploit the game. I mean, I know there's people just doing nothing but this for days on end and getting billions and billions and billions. And, well, they're set for the future, and kudos to them. But I cannot just sit there, and that's just mind-numbingly boring stuff. I rather just randomly jump around and try to find things. That's how I like my time. I've done these passenger missions, and I've done Quince for a little bit as well towards the end. But because I'm saving for something, and when I achieve what I want, then personally I want to get on with the game. I was trying to get recently I'm trying to get the Anaconda A-rated, or at least up as much as possible, so I can get those modules engineered, and I'll find these kill missions a lot more easier, and I achieved that objective, so I'm not really doing them anymore. In fact, I have my credit balance is about that to rebuy maybe one more time, and then I'm screwed. So I might do another run or 2, because I'd like to have 6 or 7 rebuys behind me, so at least I can be careless for the first 4, and if I go into places I shouldn't be, or if I go check out this new, because I want to check out the new threat level 6 encounters, non-human encounters with the Thargoid, I'm not going to worry too much, I mean, I'll mess around, have some fun, and they destroy my ship, so be it. I have the rebuy, instead of going, oh man, that's 25 million rebuy, that's 10 hours of my work doing whatever. I'd just rather have it. My mate says, if you get wanted in a system, change to a Sidewinder, go to the system. Oh, that's what you meant. Okay. Oh, okay. I thought that the ability to change to the Sidewinder and destruct had gone with the update. So you're saying it still works. That's fantastic. That certainly helps. There's a lot of work actually happening still. I know there was some live streams from Frontier. There's still a fair bit of work going into the crime and punishment system that they want to roll out. And the more I hear about it, well, let's just say the more interested I become on what way they're taking it. But so far there's nothing concrete. They've just really been discussing the ideas that are coming up. But ultimately, and we've said this a few times before, ultimately they want the bounty to stick potentially with the ship. So you could change ship and you'd be fine potentially, but remaining in the same, the ship you get the bounty for would be a lifetime bounty, which is quite interesting. You get that on your big bag cutter and you park her up, but you could park her up for a few weeks, take her back out, and completely forget you have that bad boy on you. I guess they're just trying to make it fairer, no?
Yeah, but I also heard that the modules are locked.
Ooh, I did not hear that. That's interesting. Lock the modules.
So if there's a
on the
wanted ship, you can't change the modules.
Oh, because a lot of people rely on that, don't they? The ability to swap out to another ship. That's interesting as well. I quite like that. What annoys me...
Well, I don't know whether they're gonna... if you put a module on another ship, whether that ship becomes wanted.
Yeah, that's the, I guess, the part that's up for discussion, really. Like, it seems that they're going in the way that no, it won't be. Because I guess that makes sense. It shouldn't be. I mean, this ship hasn't been seen, and its registry hasn't been seen or associated with the crime. Why would it be? But yeah, locking down the modules is great. What will annoy me personally, I've never pirated another player, I've never done anything on that side of things. I try to be as helpful as possible. So I haven't pirated anybody. The bounties I get are for silly things. Absolutely silly things, like, oh crap, I didn't pay attention to the passenger I was transporting, and boom, I have a 7-day bounty on me. And it's like, come on, please don't make that kind of bounty the thing that screws me up and it becomes the bane of my existence forever, because it wouldn't be 7 days. I think maybe personally, and it's something I want to put into their feedback, it should be player versus player crimes where you get this kind of extreme punishment. And regular crimes, you could still stick to a similar system. I mean, I wouldn't mind staying away from the system for 7 days or whatever the case may be. There's a whole galaxy to explore. But don't lock me out. Or don't put me through that horrid time where if I'm in open, I have all the players hunting me down anytime I'm in a populated area because I brought a wanted person into a station. I mean, the crime doesn't match the time, you know what I mean? Death for that. Like, come on, give me a fine and I don't know.
Eggplant asks a question. He goes, illegal cargo can void missions? Question mark.
Illegal cargo.
Especially if you get scammed and they attack you, it would affect the mission, wouldn't it?
Well, I guess it depends what the mission is. It would definitely screw you up with fussy passengers, but I don't think those things affect missions unless there's something tied into it. I mean, if your mission is to go out and kill a pirate or something like that, you're on a bounty hunt yourself. I don't think that's going to affect you. How that's going to look in the future, I don't know though. There's still so much to look into. Dylan, locked modules for punishment. Yikes! Yeah, John D. Evening, John. How are things, buddy? Yeah, I wonder how that's going to look. But yeah, it's like that's the only thing that's going on right now in terms of discussion, and that's the one that I'm like, oh, please, please, please don't punish me for simple things like that, but punish people for killing me, if you get my drift.
Well, I have a story about myth and legend in the game.
Oh, that's right, actually, and this is... I'm going to leave you to it, and I'm going to mute, because this is a big thing.
Well, it goes back to the original Elite Dangerous back in 1984. It's supposed to be a place called Raxler. It's not a system, it's an actual... I would conceive that it's a planet from reading about it. Because it says, Raxler, there is an alien construct as a gateway to another universe. Well, another universes, so it's plural. So there's more than one, right? And all in the universes that you could go to from this place, there's loads of bounty and treasures and aliens. The legend says that long ago a core called the Dark Wheel discovered the location, and they actually lived there and exploited it for all the wealth and everything. The universe could provide this, made them powerful and twisted. Well, this is just a myth and a legend, but the F-devs back in 2015 have actually admitted that Raxler is in the galaxy. But there's no clues to where it is, and there's no law at the moment to say where it is. Apart from Jason Ryder was a member of the Dark Wheel and was said to have found evidence of the real existence of Raxler. But when he returned from deep space, he was assassinated before they get a proper team together. According to Ralph Zett, an old trader, there are people on Raxler already. They long suspected that a cause of the least living Raxler who exploit the gateway. They are powerful and twisted men who hire assassins to kill people who threaten their dominance. So the question is, where is Raxler? And it's spelled R-A-X-X-L-A.
It becomes a massive question, and that has so much ramifications for what we're doing right now, and so many ramifications for the future of the game, if we're talking universes plural. And remember, we're just in a galaxy right now. While you were talking, Cartel, I hit the old fandom wiki. A few missions in the game from the Dark Wheel faction refer to the Great Mystery. Thus far, they have been simple cargo drops, and it's not clear whether this Dark Wheel is related to the original Dark Wheel. But missions 2, 3, 4, and 6 were handed out and could potentially be related to Raxla. Or a XXLA, like you said. Mission 2 mentions a rumor, and I'm going to go and do all these on a live stream, you know that? That talks about a certain celestial body, a place that isn't a place, a door that is also the key, the myth. Upon delivery, you receive a message mentioning a map and a context for coordinates. Mission 6 is very vague about the hunt for, well, you know, but could be a reference to Raxala. However, the mission could be feeding the ship log, data crystals or spheres, into the mission. So these are the related missions in game, guys. So that I'd never ever heard of any reference to come across it until Cartel came across it in his research, and it's like, whoa, this this game is a game within a game within a game. I swear.
No, but I just had a strange theory, like the Thargoids appear from nowhere. So surely the gateway at Raxla to the other universes is a two-way game.
It could be.
So maybe the Thargoids used it.
And to
Just don't know.
to build on top of what you're saying, it's currently theorized that the Thargoid travel from galaxy to galaxy, that they're not from our galaxy, and that they have intergalactical drive abilities. What if that's not the case and they're entering through a doorway from a different universe? Therefore, because we haven't found anything on their ships, at least I don't think so to date, or been able to replicate anything that shows the ability to travel from galaxy to galaxy. With all the research that's been done, you think we would have seen something by now. So there's that potential as well. Wondering. Oh, Dylan's now saying, now I'm wondering what is in those blocked off areas again. Yeah. I cannot wait to get
Yeah, but isn't the blocked off areas a place where the devs practice stuff? So
that's a theory. It's never been
like a test place.
Theoretically, it could be, but I mean, I can only speak from... I'm no engineer in such things, but from the place where I work, we have like live regions where we have customer data and whatnot, and we would call those production, and we have staging regions where we stage and launch and theorize and replicate and go absolutely nuts until we're happy with something, and then we move the coding over to the live region. So I don't see why if they were testing something out like the position of stations and the ability to do missions and stuff like that, I think it would be better to have the whole version of a game in a staging area where they're able to test that before they push it live to us. That's the beauty. No one really knows what's going on out there. What did I say? John D says, hang on, Mehmet first. I agree, Commander. Murder needs to be singled out outside of normal gameplay. Thank you. Pirating will have its problems, though, of course. And John D says, yeah, Cartel, that can be done. They need the exploration data. What can be done?
So we can make that a goal next year once all the new technology comes out. Is to see if we can find Raxla
I think so.
with all the information given.
And adopt a rock along the way.
Yeah, adopt a few rocks on the way.
So we're meeting the mission charter of Adopt a Rock, and at the same time doing our own research, and maybe
But
we
how
can.
cool would it be to actually find Raxla? How cool would that be?
It would be awesome. I mean, first of all, I think it would be really cool if we could find a new reference that's not already found, because at least then we're now spearheading the way, kind of a thing. That would be awesome. Dylan says, and not to mention about Thargoids, why do they need scientists, and what are they after? So likely
Yeah, what are they up to?
So likely a dupe, including all planets thus far discovered. Yeah, pretty much. And yeah, what are they up to? Ultimately, it comes back to, I mean, the whole Thargoid thing in game. I still haven't seen a ship. My next goal, for the Thargoids project that I'm building is, I want to be interdicted by one, I want to explore the worlds, and I want to go into all the different events, including the Threat 6. And if I'm destroyed, so be it. If there needs to be a Donature 3, so be it. If I can jump out safely, sure. But I want to get involved. I want to catch up on all the lore. I want to present all the lore. I want to... it's exciting, man. I'm just going through this Thargoid phase right now over the last 2 weeks, and the more I read into this, the more and more I'm just blown away by how a game that I started playing that seemed to, while I thoroughly enjoyed it, and please no one take offense, but from the start I felt it had very little in the way of substance to a story. You log on, you start playing, you do whatever you want, and that's the universe, and I like that. But the more I look into it externally, away from the game, the more I find that, wow, there's so much involved here. In fact, I'm going to start reading the books Christmas week. When I'm back home with the folks, I will be perusing the books that came out that are based on this universe to kind of catch up more on the lore and whatnot. John D, I hope we get a whole new fleet of reverse engineered ships, you and me both. We really need something. Right now, we're sitting ducks. And we know that, I don't remember off the top of my head if it's Q1 or Q4, but one of the updates we're going to start seeing before or after or between updates, we're going to start seeing Thargoids assaults on our stations. And how do we defend against that? Especially if it's in different instances. Like if I'm instanced in, say, my private server, or cartels, or in solo, or even if I'm in open but I'm instanced with only 1 or 2 other commanders, what are we supposed to do about it if we don't have the capability to take them down? And is this going to be the start of an all-out war where they'll start destroying those bases and pushing us further into our own bubble, further and further back towards Seoul? And from that point, will we have the ability to recover? Will it be based on the community, how much we lose, depending on how fast we are to react to these threats? It could be pretty cool. John D. Oh, go ahead, Cartel.
Oh, it's okay. It just goes back to my theory ages ago that they're going to destroy the bubble and force you out.
And that's what you think they're doing in, where is it?
Colonia.
Yeah. Kind of, Colonia would become a sanctuary, say, for refugees.
It become the new bubble, basically.
Digital equals digi. Thanks, John. Actually, yeah, digi is short for digital corporal. Digital corporal was my Xbox tag, shall we say. Something that was projected randomly and I just went with it.
Yeah, you didn't have to swear, mate.
So this game is addictive. It's as addictive as it was in 1984. Yeah, it is so addictive. I love that I can just sit down and just... yeah, there you go. It allows your mind to create its own life story for you. That's it exactly. That's what I'm actually trying to bring to life with the Thargoid series that I'm going to roll out. It is. It's like you sit down. All right, so Cartel has a goal right now. He made the decision. He knows what he wants to do, and he sits down and he achieves that goal. And then when he's back in the bubble, you don't really have a goal. You know, you kind of sit down. What'll I do today? I feel like I don't really know. Maybe I'll go in open to this community event where there's people mining, and I'll bring my Anaconda fully outfitted, and I'll try and patrol against pirates. Because there was a bit of piracy in the last one. Or, sorry.
The trouble with the bubble, there's too many things to do.
There is.
Get distracted quite easy.
It's not the kind of game I sit down and get bored of. It's the kind of game I get frustrated because I'm thinking, okay, I've only got 3 hours tonight. What am I going to do? There's too many things to do.
Yeah, 3 hours later, you haven't achieved anything. Yeah.
That's it. You don't even feel like you've achieved something. It took me 3 hours to get there. So tomorrow I can start doing what I'd hoped to do today. It was like that time we did our first multi-stream. It was me, you, I forget. There was someone else streaming as well. He's a Twitch and YouTuber streamer that you introduced me to.
Uber.
Yeah, it was Uber. And I think there's 6 of us in total, and we're like, okay, we're going to come on, we're going to stream, and we're going to go on this community event, and we're going to go kick some ass for bounties. And yeah, we were 2 hours into the stream, and we still all hadn't met up to do that. Everyone was on their way from yeah, everyone was on their way from different places. You log on to the game, you don't think about the vastness of the game itself, and you just think, yeah, sure, we can just do this. You forget the mechanics involved in actually achieving such a small and simple thing with people who are hundreds, if not thousands of light years away from you. This is a time-consuming thing. It's fantastic. Whew, Dylan, wait. If they add Thargoids attacking stations, then could they add an attack in Seoul? If it has evidence, sorry, it's hard to read. As you can see my screen, I have to put the words together. Evidence to support it, then something's gonna, yeah. They could. That's just, I don't know where these developers are going, but yeah, there's a lot of potential here. Now that I'm starting to grasp everything and what's going on, and I'm getting out to see what's happening for myself slowly. Whew, this is just the beginning. And yeah, John D agrees and says it'll be mad. It will be mad.
It will be. It'll be mad.
All right, so we've just passed
It'll
the
be life changing, not as we know.
We've just passed the hour mark, so we can start finishing up there in a second. But you wanted to talk about Adopt a Rock Cartel, I believe.
Yeah,
Adopt.
we're trying to expand the brand, as we call it, make it into a proper gaming group, corporation, we call it. We're going to drop a little bit the Adopting a Rock side. We have a website which we're going to try and sort out and get up and running for everybody. We have Biologist Bacon, who's on PC, who's going to front Adopt a Rock on PC for us. And we need somebody on Xbox to front Adopt a Rock on Xbox. So I want Adopt a Rock to be on all 3 consoles and work together and just do what we enjoy doing.
There you go. So if you're on Xbox and you're either a member of our small community or you'd like to be, and you'd like to get involved in Adopt a Rock, which is a group
Adopt
of
a Rock.
gotta adopt the rock. You gotta adopt. That's the theme music, guys. You want to get involved with a great community, absolutely great community of like-minded people, and just have some fun and lead that aspect from the Xbox side. Then by all means, get in touch either through chat, or our comments section, or Twitter. You find us on Twitter as well. You find me at Digidoes Gaming, and Cartel. Are you at SB Cartel 99 or just Cartel 99? I think SB.
On PSN, I'm Cartel 99.
And on Twitter, you're SB Cartel, right?
Yes, sir, yes.
Yeah, so just reach out, guys, and come say hi and join the community. And sure, absolutely. Biologist Bacon, as he said, is on PC. We're all here on PlayStation. And yeah, there's a website going as well, which we can also put in the links of this video. And if you're listening on the podcast, sorry, but you didn't hear that part because I edit these things from the podcast. But links will be there in the podcast nonetheless. Agatha sneaks into the galley to nick the rest of the catnip
She's
cake.
pinching your
She
cake,
parts
did
the
you?
ship.
What's it?
What the hell? Black box. Sicker boy.
She's pinching your cake, did you watch it?
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much like it was hard coming into this livecast thinking what's changed, but so much has. The appearance of a fighter without announcement was fantastic. The new Midnight Paints, if you don't know about those guys, check out the store. Those are fantastic. What have we discussed? The inner pranks that people are pulling on Elite Dangerous, absolutely fantastic. Thargoid stories again once more. We've seen a fantastic video Biologist Bacon sent us in. Again, guys, if you have any clips like that, anything awesome or any clips from the game you'd like us to actually show on the livecast, we'd be happy to do so. Just package it and send it to digidosgaminggiveaway@gmail.com. So hopefully I'll have a better email address soon. I'm hoping to find something, digi@digidosgaming.com, because I own that now, so I can get on that. And sure, we'll do it. Also, send in any cool pictures or anything you have, send them to us. And I can't really show them on SharePlay like this, but I'm working on getting the PlayStation and PC working beautifully. The issue is party talk, but I'm working to overcome that as well. And I will be able to show some pretty cool stuff. My mate says Grade 3 AX weapons should be available next week. Then we'll have something to talk about on that next week. If I see them pop up and I'm able to buy them and test them and destroy some things, I'm going to have some fun.
Well, I aim to be a bigger point next week. So
that's one fast
we'll
trip.
have a bigger rival, hopefully, at Beagle Point.
Yeah, because you were all like, hey, I hope to be there by January, and all of a sudden you seen what pace you were going at, and it's like, hey, I hope to be there by next week.
I'm working hard. I'm trying to get there. Because I'm going to be busy after that, and so I won't be on so much.
Well, that's fair enough.
So if I get it done now, out of the way.
President Hull.
Plan.
Oh man, who can blame you? I don't blame you. I would have, maybe, you know, going by your timeline, I could possibly still get there before January, which is nice. But I want to get through this Thargoid, Operation Thargoid that I'm up to first and foremost.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
We'll have some fun with that.
Sounds awesome.
Sounds good, my mate. Yeah, it all sounds good, guys. But yeah, I think we can wrap it up there for now. We filled an hour, which I think is great, and thank everyone on Cartel's stream and on mine for tuning in and helping us fill the hour. I know you don't realize it, but you guys do help actually shape the live cast. And thanks especially to Bacon for sending in that video. That was awesome to watch. Personally, from my perspective, I don't get to see much one-to-one combat like that in Elite Dangerous because, as I said, I don't pirate ships and ships don't pirate me, and we all just seem to get along. So I've never really seen too much of it. So it's nice to see it. You've got a very interesting style, my friend. Biologist Bacon also does a series. I think he calls it Distant Friends. I think his series is Distant Friends as well, as he makes his way to Beagle Point, like Cartel does, and I will link to his series in the description of this video as well, which I'll be editing within the next 30 minutes or so. So if you're watching and you want to see that, you check back in 30 minutes and you'll see his link, or if you're listening to this at a later stage, well, just check out the description. It should be there. That wraps it up for me. So from my side, thank you all so much for tuning in. It's an absolute pleasure as always. And I look forward to doing a little more research and doing another one of these again in a week or two, and continuing the series in the meantime.
And this is SP Cartel 99 signing out. Remember, stay safe in the black.